What is up? What is up? How you guys doing? Today we got a unboxing of some Lorwyn Eclipsed Collectors booster. Pretty excited. I'm pretty excited. I think it's about to be really nice. So we're gonna get it going, and then later I'm thinking of doing some Hearthstone as well. Get it going, and then later I'm thinking of doing some Hearthstone as well. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Let's see. Apologies. We are back. So, like I was saying, just got a good old unboxing video for you guys today. Nothing huge. Super excited. I'm really hyped about this set. Honestly, I wish I picked up some of the Avatar The Last Airbender set, but I love Avatar, but I wasn't able to, sadly. It's just too expensive. I didn't see the hype either. The cards were really good, actually, surprisingly. But, man, you know what? Lorwyn was that set next up in line where I was like, yeah, we gotta do it. So, very hyped. Just got some music playing for you guys in the background, just to keep things light and chill. It's gonna be a very nice stream today. I'm excited, man. 12 booster packs ready to go. Oh, that thing exploded. Did you see that? So it looks all crazy down there. Alright. Got these boosters all set up. We also got some sleeves right here to pick up. Just some emerald matte. I love the matte series on the dragon shields. They're honestly really nice. I've been picking them up recently, and I think they're definitely the way to go. I think later we're going to do some Magic the Gathering. Not Magic the Gathering, sorry, Hearthstone. Do some Hearthstone content. I think that'd be really fun. So, got the set. I forget exactly how it works. We're going to try this one just to see how it is, and then I'm pretty sure the top card is the best card. So, let's see. Oh, okay, hold on. Ah, this one is different. I remember last time I opened the booster was, I believe, Tarkov? Something like that. Safe Right Cavalry. Kolrath Zealot. We got Tweez. Kolrath Mystic. This is a pretty cool looking card, honestly. Loving the art on this set. We got a Midnight Tilling. Moon Vigil Adherence. Pestered Wellguard. Fire Strike. Sourbred Auntie. Look at that. That thing looks crazy. Holy cow, it's way too bright. Hold on one second. That glare is horrific, dude. Oh. Do you see that? Dude, why is it inverted? It's so hard to move around. There we go. Crazy looking card. They do have the red. I didn't see. I think I just accidentally showed a card right there. Oh my golly. Look at that island. Are you kidding me? There's a beautiful island right there. It's crazy. Oh. Hold on, we got an ad over here. So, got a Brigade's Command. Create a token as a copy target Kithen you control. Target creature, player creates a 1/1 green and white Kithen creature token. Target creature you control gets +3/+3 until end turn. Target creature you control fights target creature and opponent controls. Decent. Not too bad, honestly. I'm trying to make a way back into the meta. Honestly, I've fallen out, but I do love me some Magic the Gathering, honestly. So we got Grave Venerations. When this enchantment enters, you become the Monarch. At the beginning of your end step, if you're the Monarch, return up to one target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That's pretty good, actually. I might add that to my token deck. Honestly, this is pretty cool. Oh, wow. Does anyone know, like, the good meta nowadays? Oh, whoa, look at that artwork, dude. Are you guys seeing that? 6 command. Choose 2, create a token as a copy of target merfolk you control. Creature's target player controls gain life until the turn. Target player draws a card, tap target creature, put a stun counter on it. Not bad. Honestly, that's a pretty good card. And that's just a rare. That's pretty crazy, to be honest. Rise the Evermore. Flash. When Rise enters, another target creature you control gains persist until the end of turn. Remove any number of counters from target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Not bad, honestly. Oh, look at this. Sunderflug. Not too good of a card, not too good of a pack, to be honest. It's all rares, but this one's, look at the artwork on this thing. That is a beautiful set. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it almost looks like a painting. And that's like this weird, ugly duck. Not bad. Well, I think I'm definitely going to take Grave Venerations. I think that's a good call. Definitely a cool one. Alright, off we go. Next pack. Let's go. Let's see. I'm glad it's in order, too, because honestly, that's really nice to have. Sorry about that. Okay. This music's kind of a banger. Tree Folk counter. Pretty goofy, honestly. Wait, look at this goblin. That's gross. Doesn't look like a goblin to me, to be honest, but we'll take it. Sun-Dappled Celebrant. Alright. Surly Farrier. Target you control gets +1/+1 and gains vigilance until the end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. Wanderwine Distractor. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, your creature opponent control gets not too amazing. Honestly, could be alright in a draft. Wanderbrine Creature. Whenever you create, this creature becomes tapped, you gain 2 life. Okay. Harry Monty. We're just going to start skimming through this. Reaping Willow. That is a crazy looking. This looks like. You ever see Maple Story? I don't know why that gives me the vibe of Maple Story right there. That's a pretty cool card though. Spell Snare. That's a solid one. Kith Keeper. Very cool. That thing is so creepy looking. Oh my golly. Impolite Entrance. Not bad. Okay, another island. Same one. Kind of sad. Would have liked a little change up in there, but it's okay. Alright. Adept Water Shaper. Other tap creatures you control have indestructible. It's a 3/4 for 3. Not bad. Honestly, that's pretty good. Put that right here. Eventide Shadow. 5 mana, 1 being black. Remove any number of counters from among permanents on the battlefield. You draw cards and lose life equal to the number of counters removed this way. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. We got Kyrol, Attentive First Year. 3 mana, tap 2 untap creatures you control. Copy target triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only once each turn. Very solid. Damn. Man, I am not pulling a single mythic right now. This kind of sucks. Let's see what we got here. Tam, Mindful First Year. 2 mana. 1 colorless. 1 green or blue. Legendary creature. Okay. So each other creature you control has hexproof from each of its colors. Targets. Sorry about that, y'all. Target creature you control becomes all colors until end turn. Interesting. Not too shabby. Oh, this one looks pretty goofy. What is this? Let's see what it says. Sorry, y'all. Grub's Command. Let's put it over here. Oh. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see right there. Create a token that's a copy of target goblin you control. Creatures target player controls get +1/+1 and gain haste until end turn. Destroy target artifact or creature. Target player mills 5 cards and puts each goblin card milled this way into their hand. Okay, not bad, honestly. It's not too shabby a card. I'll save that one. That's pretty cool. The rest I think they're okay. We'll save these cards up to the side. Just put them all out of the way first. Let's see. Alright, off to the next pack. Boys. So I'm just going to take a second to look at something real quick. Alright. Next pack, boys. So I'm just going to take a second to look at. Let's get it going. Open up the next. Sorry, y'all. I apologize for the random delay. I'm just checking something out real quick. Let's see. We got a pack open for us right now. Pretty nice. Let's see. Give it 1 second, y'all. I'm just going to do something real quick. sorry about that. We are back. Okay. Get the pack ready for us. Open this up. See how it looks. Alrighty. We got a fairy token. Very cool. The back, another one of those goblins. Look pretty goofy, honestly. We need to move this out of the way. Why is it so glary right here? Sorry, y'all. I just want to get rid of that glare for us so we have no problem looking. Okay, so we look much better. A little bit better. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm going to reveal these cards. Gravegill Scoundrel. Okay. Stoic Grove Guide. This is a pretty cool card, actually. Wild Unraveling. Auntie's Sentence. Flamekin Guildweaver. Perfect Intimidation. Oh, that's a pretty cool card, actually. Dawn Blessed Pennant. Interesting. Shine Striker. Now that looks crazy. That is a crazy looking card. You guys look at this? The artwork on this thing is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Lofty Dreams. Oh, there we go. Different land. We got a beautiful swamp. Are you kidding me? Look at that. That is a very nice looking card. I'm just gonna... Alright. There we go. Nice little swamp. Put that at the side. Bree, Clan of Stotarm. That's a pretty interesting name. It's a giant warrior, legendary creature. 2 mana, 2 colorless, 1 red, 1 white. Tap 1 colorless, 1 white for add another creature or another target creature you control gains flying life until the turn. Pretty good. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card without paying its cost. Mana cost, if the spell's mana value is without paying its mana cost, if the spell's value is less than or equal to the amount of life you've gained this turn. Otherwise, put it in your hand. Pretty good, actually. That's surprising. That's a really good card. I like that one, actually. We're gonna put that right here. We got Fairfor Young Yu. Pretty goofy name. 6 colorless, 1 green. When Fairfor enters, create a number of 1/1 green saplings. Creature tokens equals the number of counters among creatures target player controls. Double the number of each kind of counter on target creature. Wow, seems like a pretty broken card. Obviously, it's a high cost, but that is a pretty good ability. We got Winnowing. Convoke. For each player, you choose a creature that player controls. Then each player sacrifices all the creatures they control that doesn't share a creature type with the chosen creature they control. That's kind of a mouthful, I'm not gonna lie. They should have tried to word that better, but wow, look at this one. Twilight Diviner, Elf Cleric, 2 colorless, 1 black. When this creature enters, surveil 2. Whenever one or more other creatures you control enter, if they entered or were cast from a graveyard, create a token that's a copy of one of them. This utility triggers only once each turn. Not bad. Oh, wow, look at this card. Aurora Awakener. Pretty cool. Look at the artwork. I love it. It kind of gives me like Adventure Time vibes. That's really cool. 6 colorless, 1 green. Trample. Vivid. When this creature enters, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X permanent cards, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. Put any number of those permanent cards onto the battlefield, then put the rest of the reveal cards on the bottom of your library in random order. Very nice, very nice. I'm actually gonna sleeve this guy up. This guy's a pretty cool card. I like it. I love the artwork, though. It is this artist, what is this, Matthew Forsythe? Wait a second. I know Matthew Forsythe. I'm gonna look that up real quick. But that is a beaut. I mean, that's a beaut, dude. The artwork, the color, dude. Let's see, Matthew. I know Matthew Forsythe. He did draw Adventure Time comic once. That's pretty funny, actually. Yeah, looks like he's pretty known. I was going to say, that sounds like a pretty common name. I heard that name before. That's pretty interesting. Pretty cool card, though. I'm actually decided for that one. That's sick. Alright, we're on to our 3rd pack, boys. Or just actually, wait. We're on to our 4th pack. Never mind. I'm going to put these cards to the side real quick. Oh, we got a little art one right here. Nice. Let's see. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh. Well, I don't know if we were supposed to see that. That's pretty goofy. Ashling Rhymebound. Well, let's go ahead and look at it anyway, so we got the chance. Wow, that's a pretty cool card. You guys see that? Nice. Double-sided. Very cool, very cool. We'll go ahead and sleeve that one in a second. Let me go ahead and just take my time through this one real quick. We got Pearl Cleansing, Liminal Hold, Chitinous Grasping, Miss Meadow Council, Foraging Wickermaw. Pretty cool. Whoa, look at that. Morkant's Loyalist, Elf Warrior. Other elves you control get +1/+1. When this creature dies, return another target elf card from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty cool. I'm actually going to add that to my elf deck. That's really cool. Eclipsed Bogart, Goblin Scout. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards in your library. You may reveal a Goblin Swamp. Sorry, I didn't mean to read that one. We're just I got totally sucked away. Look at that artwork, though. Wow. The goblins look pretty sick in this set. Giant Fall, Prismatic Undercurrents. Pretty cool card. Wow, look at that. Dude, that is beautiful. Really cool looking mountain. Very happy with the way that one looks. We'll put this over here. Dream Harvest. Puka's Covenant. Alright. Rhinefire Torque. Pretty cool. Mirror Form. This is a really cool card. Are you kidding me? Each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of a target non-aura permanent. 4 colorless, 2 blue. Mythic. Very cool card. I will sleeve this card. You can look at the artwork real quick. That is pretty dang cool, I'm not going to lie. Go ahead and just close that. Very cool. And I'll sleeve this guy just because this one's pretty cool. It's the double sleeve one. I think that is just a cool card in general. I like that they have some of those flip side cards. They used to do that set. I forget when they first came out with them. I remember actually being in the pre-release during that time. It was really, really sick. So that was pretty cool. All right, let's see. We can go ahead and do this. Got another bag to go. All right. Got a Flank Token. Turn around. Elf Warrior. Pretty cool, pretty cool. That's pretty good art, actually, too. I'm going to definitely add that to my tokens. All right. Let's go ahead and flip this bad boy. And now we're going to kind of speed it up just a tad bit. Nothing too crazy. We're going to Feed the Flames. Furdock Core. Gangly Stomping. Gallant Foul Knight. Some of these names are hard to say, man. Flame Chain Mauler. Shimmercrete. Swat Away. That's pretty cool, too. Look at that one. Dang, that's sick. What the heck? Bogart Cursecrafter. Wow, I love this. This art is so cool. Death Touch. Whenever another goblin you control dies, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Pretty cool, pretty cool. You can see it right here. It's very nice. I mean, very cool, very cool. I like that. That artwork is amazing. Wanderwine Farewell. Oh, it's a new swamp right here. Look at this. Wow, that is a beautiful swamp. Ashen Rekindle. Oh, that's the same one. Okay, not bad. Springleaf Parade. Whenever this enchantment enters, create X/1/1 colorless shifter creature tokens with Changeling. Creature tokens you control have tap, add 1 mana. Wow, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty good. Just makes all your... Jeez Louise. That is a solid card. I'm definitely going to add that there. Collective Inferno. Not bad. Dream Harvest. Ashling's Command. Create a token that's a copy of target unless you control. Target player draws 2 cards. Ashling's Command deals 2 damage to each creature target player controls. Target player creates 2 treasure tokens. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. I won't lie, we're not doing too great this set. Hopefully things kind of pick up a little bit. I mean, hoping we can pull one of those fractured foils. But, obviously, this set definitely has some bangers, so I'm not upset. There's some beautiful cards and beautiful artwork. Wow, look at that! I mean, look at this thing. This thing is so goofy. I love it. It's so high-end fantasy. I just love that. Looks super good. All right. Evolving Wilds. Let's see. Box of his Embrace. Bogart Prankster. Unexpected Assistant. Tend the Sprigs. Got Rhyme Chill. That is awesome. Dude, this artwork's great. Gnarlbark Elm. Squaw Croaster. Nice. Twin Flame Travelers. Oh my lord. And then look at that. That is amazing. Look at that forest. Holy cow. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, this is a pretty good card. Emptiness. The artwork on this one is crazy looking. When this creature enters, if 2 white was spent to cast it, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. When this creature enters, if 2 swamped, or 2 black was spent to cast it, put 3 -1/-1 counters on up to 1 target creature. Evoke. Very cool. Yeah, we're definitely gonna.
You go to great lengths.
What is happening here?
To ensure the power is all.
Okay, sorry about that. Alright, Aberrant Turn. Steam Vents. Oh. This land enters, you may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters tapped. Very beautiful. Holy cow. Wow, dude. Airdew. Hold on a second. Carrier of Dawn. And this one I think is the flip. Silu, Carrier of Twilight. Very beautiful card. Holy cow. That's a great one to pull right there. Awesome. Are you kidding me? So we got 3 good cards off that. I think those are 3 hits right there. If we look, so we got Emptiness, Steam Vents, and then Airdew, Carrier of Dawn. That is a pretty dang good hit right there. That was a pretty good pack. Okay, that kind of starts picking things up. We're gonna go ahead and sleeve these bad boys because all of these are pretty solid pulls. Just gonna go ahead. Honestly, these are in their own category of their own. And then we also have the end, Goliath Daydreamer, Giant Wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or social spell from your hand, exile that card with a dream counter on it instead of putting it in your graveyard as it resolves. Whenever this creature attacks, you may cast a spell from among cards you own and exile with dream counters on them without paying its mana cost. Not bad, not bad. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm gonna put those away. That's a solid pack. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really happy with what we pulled right there. Let's see. We'll put those Steam Vents in here. Very cool, very cool. Alright, off we go. Next pack we open up right here. Got a nice little, oh, I'm sorry, I keep hitting the mic right now. Is that loud? I hope not. Okay, here we go, here we go. We got a worm token and a merfolk, not bad. Okay, Foamback Brute. Reluctant Downguard, Cinder Strike, Aquatex Defenses, Scarblade Scout, Darkness Descends, Burden Stoneback, Blossoming Defense, Eclipsed Kithkin. That's a pretty cool one too. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a Kithkin, Force, or Plains card from among them, and put it into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of the library in a random order. Pretty good, and really cool artwork. I actually really like that. Oh, we got a Plains. Very interesting looking Plains. Honestly, I really like that. That's kind of cool. We got Tam, Mindful First Year. Jubilation. That is a weird looking card. Look at that thing. You see that? Whoa. High Perfect Morcant. Blood Crypt. Oh, that is a really nice Blood Crypt right there. Look at that. Beautiful. Heck yeah, we're going to go ahead and sleeve that one up real quick because that's pretty good. Let's see. Uh-oh, give me 1 second, y'all. My microphone's good. There we go. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and sleeve up that Blood Crypt for it. Put Steam Vents with Blood Crypt right there. Here we go. Very nice. Okay, cool. Those are really good. So we're pulling pretty good right now. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Pretty good. Pretty good. So you're gonna pull the next card real quick. Next time I do this, I'm gonna make sure I set up with my mic better. I apologize. We got an elemental token. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't mean to. Whoa. Am I tripping, or why is that double-sided blood crypt? What the heck? Is that supposed to happen? I will take it. That is the weirdest card ever. Do you guys see that? Am I tripping? It's a double-sided blood crypt. You guys ever see this? Well, I guess we're taking that. We take those. We take those. But that is super weird. Dude, what? I've never seen that before. Let's go ahead and save that, though. That is really rare. That's special looking. Shut up. That is crazy. Okay. Well, now we'll go to the rest of the pack right now because what the heck was that? That was insane. Seven Sentinels, Spiral to Solitude, Dream Caesar. That's a really cool card. Glamorite, Gristle Glutton, Thirst for Identity, Liz Alana Dignitary. Try saying that 10 times. Personify, Omni Changeling. Oh, another good swamp. That thing looks sick. Are you kidding me? That's cool. Alright. Let's got Rise the Evermore. Village Pillagers. Nice name. That's a good name. Taste of Wares. That's a pretty cool card. Look at that thing. That is so cool. And then Slumbering Walker. Nice. Not too bad. We got the main card, obviously, from that was the Double Blood Crypt, which is crazy. I've never seen that. Is that a misprint or something? I didn't know they did that in this set. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it just skimmed over, but that's pretty crazy. Alright. We got this crazy looking thing right here. That was pretty cool. Flip this around. Peel the Iredu. Reckless Ransacking. Assert Perfection. Blight Rot. Whoa. That is creepy looking. Look at that. You see that? Ew. Rooftop Percher. That's a pretty cute card. Protective Response. Grave Shifter. Voracious Tome Skimmer. Thought Weft Imbuer. Beautiful Plains. We got a Glen Alendara. Abundant Countryside. Now that is a pretty cool card. I'm not gonna lie. I really like that. Very cool lands. End Blaze Epiphany. That is crazy looking. That is so cool. What the heck? Alright, and we got a Wistfulness. Oh, whoa. Look at that weird looking axolotl. That's grody, dude. 3 colorless, 1 blue or green, or 2 blue or green. When this creature enters, if 2 green was spent to cast it, exile target artifact or enchantment opponent controls. When this creature enters, if 2 blue was spent to cast it, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Very nice. That's a pretty cool card. We got the Taster of Wares again. Not bad. I'm going to go ahead and sleeve that guy. It just looks really interesting. That is a very interesting card. Sorry, give me 1 second. We'll go ahead and... These ads are kind of ridiculous. I apologize. Next time I'll choose a better soundtrack to go through, but... There we go. There we go. We're just going to make this one right here, because... Not a perfect card to open, but... It is what it is. We're going to go ahead and see what we get right here, because this one seems pretty cool. Alright. We got a treasure token. Okay. We're going to flip this around. Bam. Blighted Blackthorn, Changeling Wayfinder, Bone Club Berserker, Burning Curiosity, Murrow's Sky Swimmer, interesting, Rhymekin Reclusive, Eclipsed Flamekin, Chomping Changeling. Whoa, look at that thing. That's a pretty interesting one. Doze of Dawnglow, a beautiful mountain. Then we go a Lorwyn Imperfect Naturalist. When Lorwyn enters, mill 4 cards, then you may put a card, creature or land card from among the mill cards on top of your library. He's a pretty cool looking elf, honestly. I kind of like him. Nice. Whoa, massive mysteries. Oh, look at that thing. One of each color. Legendary creature elemental, 5/5. First strike, vigilance, trample. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target elemental you control gains Myriad until end turn. Whenever it attacks for each opponent other than defending player, you may create a token copy that's tapped and attacking that player or planeswalker they control. Exile the tokens at the end of combat. Wow. So this thing is just like straight offense. That's pretty crazy looking. Ooh. Glittering Nuisance. Very cool card. 1 mana. 2/2. Flying. This creature enters with a 1/1. 9 discounter on it. Remove a counter from this creature whenever creature you control dies or deals combat damage to a player or a planeswalker this turn. Draw a card. Very cool. Temple Garden. Beautiful. That's a beautiful Temple's Garden. Holy cow. I'm going to save that. Doron. Besieged by Time. That is a crazy looking card. Whoa. I love the art on that one. That is so sick. I kind of want to sleeve that one just because it looks so cool. That one's purely my art favorite, you know? But I like it. That's a really good one. Go ahead and grab a few sleeves right now. Definitely going to sleeve this one. The Temple Gardens looks awesome. Pulling a really good amount of the lands, which is awesome. And then we have this massive mystery. This one's weird. That one's really weird. We're just going to put it with this guy right here. Okay. And then this one, purely my favorite. This is going to be like just my thing, you know? I'll put that on the side over here. Alright. 2 boosters left. We'll go ahead and start pulling these up. Once the stream is done, I'm going to close for a second, do a little break, and then I'm going to come back. We're going to do some Hearthstone, so stay tuned for that. Pretty excited. We still got that 6K MMR run. We got this, though. Very nice, cool Elemental. That's, I forget his name, but we all know him. We all know him. That's actually close to the set that got me into Magic in the first place. Stealth-Tight Dagger, Mischievous Sneakling, Unforgiving Aim. Holy cow, I just destroyed that, I apologize. Aim, Tributary Vaulter, Timid Shield Bearer, Mud Button Curse Tosser, Meteor's Guide, Sting Slinger, Wanderbrine Trapper. A very cool looking planes, I like that. Looks like a little, very, very high fantasy area. Thunderflock, Oft Nabgoat, Gloom River, Curious Colossus, oh ho! And a Collective Inferno. Look at that. That is a beautiful card. Holy cow. Wow. Very nice. Sadly not fractured, but it is a very beautiful card. Dang. That's a really cool card. Sorry, y'all. He's got a little lost track right there. Very cool card, though. Holy cow, I'm going to sleeve the heck out of this one. That is awesome, dude. Beautiful. And then, we also got this. Can't forget Curious Colossus. When this creature enters, each creature target opponent controls loses all abilities. Becomes a coward in addition to its other types. It has base power and toughness 1. Coward. That's crazy. Just call someone a cat. That's crazy. You just make someone's creature a coward. That is a beautiful card. That's awesome. Okay. Well, that is a pretty good card. We're going to see. It is the last pack of the set. Wish me luck. Hopefully it goes well. One more pack. And then, like I said, we're going to take a little break. And then we'll be back. Give it a take. Probably about 20 minutes. Just get this back. Alright. Bam. Got Keep Out, Stratosaur, Silver Gill Peddler, sorry about that, Great Forest Druid, Guilt Leaf's Embrace, Shimmer Wild's Growth, Soulbright Seeker, Glister Bairn, Moonlit Lamenter. Oh, very cool forest. Wow, look at that one. Whoa! Chronicle of Victory, 6 colorless. As Chronicle of Victory enters, choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +2/+2 on a first strike and trample. Wow. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, draw a card. That is awesome. Holy cow. We got a Rain Slick Copes. That's a pretty cool card. I like that. I like the way the... Is this like a full art way? Champion of the Clan. We got Glen Elendra Guardian. And we have one last card. Let's see what we got. Chronicle of Victory. It's the same card, but a beautiful artwork. I mean, look at that. That is awesome. And that, my friends, is the finale of this box. I'm going to go ahead and put all these away real quick. Now, I have no idea how well I did, but what I can tell you is that was a pretty dang good set. That was a pretty dang good set, I'm not going to lie. These are some good ones right here, but here we go. This is what we were looking for. So, we just got Temple Gardens, Steam Vents, and Blood Crypt. And then we also had the Dual Blood Crypt, which was honestly crazy. I've never seen anything like that where it's two-sided, double-sided. That's a really cool land. So I'm going to side that on the side because this in itself is something special. That's something crazy. I've never seen that before. So we also got the Curious Colossus, the Wistfulness, Massive Mysteries, Emptiness, and Eridu, Carrier of Dawn. I'm also going to say these two. These are really cool ones right here. That one I think is pretty prime. We got Collective Inferno. Very, very cool. I believe this is one of those, like, what are they called, rares? Like showcase rares. It's super sick right there. You can see that one. This is a really cool card. Really happy with that one. Wow. Then we also got the Chronicle of Victory. Very cool set. In the same pack, another Chronicle of Victory. So, dual pack of Chronicle of Victory. Honestly, was really, really cool. That's a really cool card right there. And yeah, guys, that looks to be everything we got during this set. Overall, can't complain. It was a decent set. I think those are pretty good pulls right there. Hey, and that's what we do. That's how we do. So later tonight, we're going to be doing some Hearthstone streaming, probably from around 6:30. I'm going to be grinding that 6K MMR, so tune in for that. But thank you guys for joining. Deuces.